All right, welcome back. Today we're gonna check if Apple has approved my my submission now. Once we actually have the voice guidance, this essentially like the voice tutorial that I just added. And yeah, we'll see how that works out. I don't really know I don't really believe that it's gonna work, and if it doesn't work, then we're gonna just basically appeal the whole thing. Yeah. I'm a bit all over the place right now in my thinking, and my mind's just very, very unstructured, and like I said, all over the place. So I guess we'll just go ahead and check. Okay, I was rejected. No surprise there. And let's see the message. The issues we previously identified still need your attention. If you have any questions, we are here to help. Reply to this message in App Store and let us know. Your app primarily includes dating features that duplicate blah blah blah. All right. So what we do is we try All right, I've submitted this now. Hopefully it will do something. We've received your appeal request for the following app. The app review board will review the information you provided and contact you as soon as possible with the outcome of your appeal. When will they contact me? I don't know. Now, I think this is one option. The next option is going to be to do a phone call with them, because you can request a call apparently, and that might be a good idea. And if this is going to be my strategy right now going forward. We'll do this, wait for whatever happens here. I'm not going to do anything else on the app until we solve this issue now, because now the only thing that Apple really has a problem with is the spam thing. I just realized as I'm talking that I need to reset my users and things so that if they do test the app or anything like that, then they have something to test it with. Okay. So these are the steps. Wait for this to come through. Whatever happens, happens. Then after that, we go to a call. We request a call with these people. And once we've had that call, we see whatever happens in that. And we make a plan from that going forward. Either the call is going to result in them saying that, oh, okay, this app actually works. It's fine, you can post it, or it can be on the App Store. Or it will result in you need to change something, you need to tweak this, or it will result in you need to change the concept of the app for us to approve it. And in that case, what I'm thinking that we can do is we can change it to be more of like a general voice chat app that I believe we can still market as a dating app if we are careful with how we change it. The only problem is like, how do you change things like the URL, which is coradating.com? Kind of suspicious if it's not a dating app, but and those are things that I'm a little bit like, oh, well, how do we deal with that? But I guess I could go back to using the caltech.com pages because they're still up there. So I could, on the App Store information that you provide, I could use the Caltech website instead. And inside the app, I'm actually linking to Cora Dating and not that thing. And then maybe once it's been approved, we have an easier time kind of changing things. But I don't really know how this works. This is where I'm a little bit like confused, because from what I understand, once the app has been approved and has gotten published to the App Store, you have an easier time kind of tweaking things, so you can, like, the next reviews won't be as grueling. But what if you post a calculator to the App Store, it gets approved, and then you just slowly over time tweak it until it becomes a dating app? Like, how does that work? Because does that mean that if you just add like one tiny feature, like let's say that we update, like add a button and then we send an update to the App Store, and then we add another button, send an update to the App Store, every time it just like approves the situation, and then all of a sudden at some point we have a full-fledged dating app on the App Store that they thought was a calculator. I don't know how it works, and if you have any idea of like any experience with this, let me know, because that is also an option. An option could be to literally create a new developer account that's completely not tied to my previous one, upload a basic like phone call app or something, and just call it Voiceo or so. Like, no, we don't call it Voiceo, but like upload an app that's just a voice call app, and then slowly add in different features to turn it into a dating app, maybe. So there's lots of options there for how to do that, but I don't know. It would also mean that we'd have to basically start from scratch with the whole app, which I don't think is a huge problem, because it feels like a big problem because you're like halfway up the hill, and now you didn't realize that maybe we'll have to go back down to the bottom and restart on a new hill that's taller. But the reality is, I think, counterintuitively, the way that it works with this stuff is that, let's say that we have two different hills here. We have one hill which is like the first, now let's draw this, why not? Okay, so I think that the way that it works with app building is that you feel like you have this giant hill here. Can we make this smaller? What? Do they actually have hills? Okay, so essentially what we've done right now is we have this hill here that we've started to climb, and we're like halfway up this hill. This is where we're at right now. And it's taken me, what has it taken me, like 14 months? It's taken 14 months to get to this part. It's taken me 14 months to get to here, and if we have to do what I'm thinking that we might have to do, which is basically post a completely new app to the App Store, then having to go back all the way down and start from the bottom again, it feels like, oh, are we gonna have to spend 14 months now traversing the same hill? But the thing is that we're actually moving back down, but we're now gonna be way faster because we've built, let's say we've built like fitness here. So from when we started out, we had 0 fitness, we were not able to climb, we had no endurance. And now we spent 14 months trying to climb this and built our endurance, and we're now way faster at climbing mountains, which means that if we start over on a new hill that's like as tall or even taller, then getting to the same point in this hill might only take like 2 months. Oh, it's hard to write using your mouth. Might only take 2 months to do, because that's what I did this summer. Like, I don't know if who has been around for this long, but what I did this past summer was I'd spent 7 months working with AWS as the back end and like trying to build it, banging my head against a wall essentially. And then I was at exactly this place. I was like, I'd spent 7 months trying to climb to this point. And then it was like, should I was realizing that actually this is just way too slow. I'm not making any progress. Should I go all the way back down and basically erase all of the work that I'd done for the past 7 months and just start over, but with a new system on a new mountain? And that's what I did. But the reality is, within like a month, I had rebuilt what I'd done in like 7 months prior. So the reality is when you do restart, even if it feels like, oh, I'm going to start over going back, what you actually have done is you've built a lot of fitness. You've built the ability to then be way faster the next time, because now I have a finished app on my phone. I just need to replicate that, which is just way faster than having to do it from scratch the first time. There's so many challenges that we just don't have to face if we have to rebuild it. That could make us that much faster. So that's how I would describe this whole thing. And you can also say that if we do start over and do it again, we're going to build even more fitness for the next time or the next app if we come up with another idea at some point. The more times you kind of practice this, the better you're going to get, the faster you're going to get, and it's just going to be better for you overall, I think. So it's not a huge issue if we do have to go back, but ideally at this point, we want to keep going until we reach the top here. Ooh. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for today. I don't feel like we should do anything more at this point. We really need to make sure that we get the app approved somehow before we continue, because if we're literally not able to get this done, which I don't think is going to be the case, but if that is the case, then we have to do a real deep rethink of this whole project. I really want to be able to get this done, and I am not planning on giving up anytime soon. But for now, I feel like I need to pause with making progress on the app before we actually get some answers from Apple of how to move forward. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Again, who knows? Will we be in Australia? Maybe. Or maybe we'll be in Sweden.